Welcome to Let the Play Develop, where every single one of our brackets is busted as long as... dang it.
Hell.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Facts.
Let's try that again. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Let the Play Develop, the podcast where every single one of our brackets is busted thanks to no number one seeds being good this year.
Facts.
Every single one of them are gone, and there's not a single perfect bracket left in the entire world.
I never made a bracket, so does it count?
No.
So, yeah, you don't have a perfect
Oh,
bracket.
yeah, I guess that's true.
Or would it technically be busted?
It's busted.
It's
because
busted,
it wasn't
all
there
right.
to begin with.
Dear God. Anyways, in today's show, we have, obviously to our left, we're in a little bit of a different setup today.
Yeah.
Nate had to take the day off, so we have a last-second guest with us today.
Yeah, like he wasn't planned on the podcast.
Oh, I definitely. Never mind.
This is Chris. Chris, say hello and tell us your favorite sports teams.
What's up? My favorite sport team, Milwaukee Bucks. For the basketball,
You didn't know that?
No.
Ah,
my favorite
Yeah.
football team would probably be the Bills or Carolina Panthers.
that's fair. His dad's from Buffalo, right?
Oh,
that area?
Yes,
And what about college?
Duke.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I knew
Okay.
I knew all of that. I just wanted to ask. So
We
viewers
have
know.
all of the three, well, the two major college schools.
Right, that made the national tournament. NC State and Duke. That is correct.
You got me there. So, yeah, welcome to the show, Chris. Good to have you.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Also, today, on today's show, we have the weekly news segment. We have two new segments called Deal or No Deal, and we have the other one's called West Conference Clinchers. So, let's get right into your weekly news. Here's your weekly news segment. Okay, starting off with the NFL this week, the Panthers sign wide receiver Adam Thielen to a 3-year, $25 million contract. As a Panthers fan, I love this.
Yeah, it might be a little bit, especially we might be feeling it towards the end, but I'm happy to have Adam Thielen for the rookie quarterback coming in.
Yeah, I feel like he could be a perfect slot player.
Same.
Chris doesn't know that much about football. He knows way more about basketball.
And he's a fantasy football expert. It's just the logistics, like contract stuff, he doesn't understand. So
yeah, so this is gonna be fun getting his reaction to this stuff that me and Steven know about because we have to talk about it. But yeah, as a Panthers fan, I'm giving our organization an A for the offseason so far. It's been great.
they spent a lot of money, but I like pretty much every single signing they made. You know, you can get into, was Adam Thielen overpaid? Maybe a little bit. Was Miles Sanders overpaid? Maybe a little bit, but I absolutely love the pickups they've made.
Yeah, honestly, I don't feel like Miles Sanders was overpaid.
Well,
I
I'm
feel
just
we got
thinking
a
sort of
pretty
like
fair
year
deal.
4
Oh, okay, that's fair.
when he's about to turn 30.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, honestly, I think we're setting up
Oh, yeah.
a rookie quarterback to do great things as long as we make the right decision. Please, God. Me and
Let's
Steven
take
have differing
Will Levis. No,
Oh, God.
No, I
why?
think C.J. Stroud should go number one overall.
C.J. Stroud.
I don't think Bryce Young's height will affect him as much.
I
as
think it will
everyone.
because he can't see over the linemen.
Yeah, but
It's showing in Arizona with the Cardinals.
well, he's more talented than. I think he's more
that's
talented.
fair.
He will be better than Kyler Murray. I don't think that's too much of a stretch. I do think C.J. Stroud will be a little bit better, but I don't think Bryce Young's height will affect him as much as people think.
I say we take Stetson Bennett.
Oh God.
Anyways, next up, the Jets add wide receiver McCole Hardman from the Chiefs. Along with that, they trade wide receiver Elijah Moore and their 2023 third-round pick to the Browns for their 2023 second-round pick.
Yeah, the trade makes no sense. I mean, I get getting rid of Elijah Moore, but giving up a third and Elijah to move up, I think I could be wrong. I believe they moved up like 15 spots.
It's like 13. I think it was 74 to 61.
Yeah, something like that. Under 15 spots. Ridiculous.
Yeah,
Horrible trade.
I think it was more about getting rid of Elijah Moore.
100% was. I
Which
just can't
he's
believe they
wanted
didn't
out.
find anything for him.
Exactly. He's wanted to get out of there for a while. Next up, allegedly, Ezekiel Elliott, after being dropped by the Cowboys last week, is eyeing the Eagles, the Jets, and the Bengals. The only one I can really understand here is the Eagles because the Bengals and the Jets have set running backs. They already have pretty good running back rooms, and they have guys that are going to play. I don't understand him wanting to go to either of those teams.
I mean, he'll have a role no matter where he goes, I'd imagine.
Yeah, but I feel like his biggest chance of success to be did a solid amount of carries is the Eagles.
He won't be the number one option on any of those three
Steven
teams.
believes that Rashad Penny is going to be the starter there.
And everyone in their right mind would agree with me.
But Rashad Penny's never played a full season of football.
And he probably won't this year.
Exactly.
They'll play Boston Scott and Kenneth
Oh,
Gainwell
God.
just as much, if not more, than Ezekiel Elliott.
What happened to
That's-
Rashad Penny?
He gets hurt
Every year.
every year. Like, he is just known as the guy.
Like, he's really good.
So he's like the
When he's not
Anthony
injured.
Davis of football.
Wow. That is right.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit less talented, but yeah.
Let's go, Chris. I like that analysis.
Real quick, y'all see the video of Anthony Davis going up for a layup and his ankle just turns midair. Nothing touches it; it just turns.
Yes.
That's pretty much true.
God.
See, that's why we bring in Chris. He has on par takes.
Yeah, pretty makes sense. Dear God, this next one. The Ravens signed wide receiver Nelson Aguilar to a 1-year, $3.25 million contract.
Yeah, we can move on because that doesn't matter.
They signed another. I only put it in here just so I could say this. They signed another wide receiver for Lamar Jackson. For Lamar Jackson to throw to that can't catch.
He's fast. All right, we can
He's
move
fast,
on.
but he can't catch.
Yep.
The Seahawks signed middle linebacker Bobby Wagner to a 1-year, $7 million contract. Welcome back, Bobby Wagner, to Seattle.
Yeah, we could talk about this all day, and I don't think it'll make a difference. I don't understand. It seemed like they had beef. That's why he wanted to leave. Now he's back.
You get $7
Money
million
talks. Yeah.
Good for
That's
him.
exactly
Money
what I was about
talks.
to say.
for
Money
1
talks.
year. That's insane.
And then finally, and I was actually surprised after the Adam Thielen signing that this actually happened, but Panthers signed wide receiver DJ Chark to a 1-year, $5 million deal.
This pickup, to me, is more important than the Adam Thielen one.
I think it is as well.
Which now, it makes the Adam Thielen pickup better because he can move to the slot. DJ Chark's great on the outside, and only 5. I mean, considering we're giving Adam Thielen 8, I like DJ Chark for 5.
Yep. So that's it for the NFL for this week. Moving on to NBA, we got a couple of pretty polarizing things going on this week in the NBA. First off, Wednesday night was a lot of criticism for NBA refs. Starting with Mavericks owner Mark Cuban is filing a protest for the Mavericks' March 22nd loss to the Warriors. Tweeting after the game, for those of you that don't know, there was a play where no one kind of knew what was going on, and then the refs hand the ball to the Warriors, and they pass it to Kevin Looney. He gets a wide open dunk because the Mavericks just looked like they were lost. And so then after the game, Mark Cuban went on Twitter to clarify what happened. He tweeted the following. For those wondering about the play with 1 minute 54 to go in the third, let me explain what happened. The ref called Mavs ball. The announcer announced it. Then there was a timeout. During the timeout, the official changed the call and never told us. Then when they saw us line up as if it were our ball, he just gave the ball to the Warriors. Never said a word to us. They got an easy basket. Crazy that it would matter in a 2-point game. Worst officiating non-call mistake possibly in the history of the NBA. All they had to do was tell us, and they didn't.
Did you have something? You look like you had something about it, Chris. You can go ahead.
I completely agree with him.
You do?
I watched the play happen, and I know what he's talking about. I think he should, sue. Right? Is he suing?
Or at least file some kind
I
of
mean,
protest against it.
I don't say
Yeah.
I blame him, which will be so interesting if they do win, because then they have to play the last 2 minutes of the third quarter and fourth quarter again, which will be interesting.
It gives them another chance, though. They lost by 2 points.
Well, first of all, the Mavericks need wins. Okay, they dropped a game to the Hornets. Should not happen. I'm a Hornets fan. Should not happen. Last time I checked, they were down double digit. They got outscored. They had 15 points, I think, and we're down by 15-32 against the Hornets in the first quarter today. You can't do that. But actually, I do have a disagreement a little bit. I watched the play. He clearly pointed to me. It looked like he pointed Warriors ball and then timeout. I don't actually know. I should have, done some research at it because it does look like he's pointing the other way.
Uh-huh.
But the only point I don't get from the Mavericks' point of view is no one was there on the Mavericks team to inbound the ball. I don't know. I think the Mavericks got it wrong. I don't think they'll win the appeal. I'm kind of confused by it all. To me, it looked like he pointed. It was out on the Mavericks Warriors ball. And trust me, I don't like the Warriors. I wanted the Mavericks to win that game. But I'm pretty sure they just were tripping. And also, okay, the public announcer that like is in the arena saying stuff, he doesn't know. He's not a referee, okay? You can't take that what he says as the referees themselves, okay? He can't help it that he missaw something.
That's a fair argument.
Yeah. I don't know why that part was even thrown in there. I don't think it's the worst. If you want to go to some of the worst calls, go back to the Kings-Lakers series. That's some of the worst calls back in 2001 or 2000. I can't remember.
Also, just to update you, the Mavericks just went on a run. They're only down by 2 now with 6 minutes left in the third.
Good. We're trying
They
to
just
get
hit 2
Victor.
threes
We're not
back-to-back.
even trying to win, okay?
That's the thing. Why are the Hornets winning games?
We're not even trying to.
Why are y'all trying not to win?
So we can get Victor
Victor
Wembanyama,
Wembanyama.
the best odds at it. Because our team is okay, right? Like, last year we made it to the play-ins. We just barely missed the playoffs. If everyone stayed healthy this year, we probably would have done the exact same like we had the 2 years past. We need another good player, and no one's coming to Charlotte, especially if Michael Jordan's selling the team. They need to draft a star.
Yeah. So, and also, just to be clear, as a Warriors fan, I get what he's saying, but also, like, I'm going to take the dub. So, moving on from that, you would think that's all for the night for the rest. Maybe it was just a fluke game, but then Phoenix Suns head coach Monty Williams was given a $20,000 fine on Wednesday night for criticizing the refs of their game Wednesday night in the loss to the Lakers. He criticized the free throw disparity, which was 46-20.
That is a lot of free throws.
It's a lot of free throws.
I mean, that's 46 free throws is a lot by a team, but
Especially when the other team only got 20.
I mean, I've seen worse.
It's just, I guess that's fair. It's been a tough couple of days for the NBA refs.
Honestly, yeah, I get it. Because, I mean, I've seen, like, college games. I don't know if a team deserves 40 free throws. And now, it is tough. I'm just saying 40 is a lot. I mean, at some point, it is a contact sport. You got to play through a little bit. But that's just how some refs call it. They call everything a foul. I haven't looked at the game.
Yeah,
but
there had to be a couple ticker-tack fouls on that.
for sure.
And then lastly, the Nets guard for whatever the heck he plays now. Ben Simmons will miss the rest of the season after being diagnosed with a nerve impingement in his back. Have no clue what that is. Usually if Nate was here, he would tell us what it is because he has some kind of medical degree or something.
Do you have any opinion on Ben Simmons?
He sucks.
All right, that's all I was looking for, honestly.
Good job.
That's all I was looking for.
That's fair. That is all of your news for the week. Next, we're going to move on to our brand new segment, Deal or No Deal, and Steven's going to talk about that right now. Okay, Steven.
All right, so welcome to Deal or No Deal. This one is Dynasty Edition, and so I'll explain to you really quickly what that means. So first of all, I'm sure many of you know, I don't want to explain the whole concept of Dynasty, but it's just fantasy football, except everything is permanent. You don't lose your players and redraft them every single year. It is permanent. So we are looking at this on a permanent mindset. Like, who would you rather have on your Dynasty team, okay? And the reason we're calling it Deal or No Deal is I'm going to give you a set of 2 players and then 2 more players that are being offered to trade for them. And so basically, you say deal or no deal. If you want the first set, no deal. If you want the second set, deal. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Yes.
By the way, just want to say, and first of all, we might get into some younger players later, but right now I have pretty much all fantasy guys who would start. So we're assuming that this is a wide receiver for a wide receiver, running back for a running back. All these guys are starting. That's the assumption. Everyone got it?
Got it.
Yep.
All right. So our first set, deal or no deal. You have Justin Jefferson and Chris Olave, and you are being offered Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Oh, God.
Deal or no deal?
No deal.
No deal. You want Justin Jefferson?
I want Justin Jefferson and who was the other guy?
Chris Olave
Chris Olave.
over Amon-Ra and Jamar Chase.
Yeah. Like, Justin Jefferson in himself is just way too – and he's what, 23, 24?
Yeah, him and Jamar Chase are basically the same age.
Yeah, it's –
And I think Chris Olave is like a year younger.
So if I say deal, who do I get?
You would get Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay, I'm going to go with deal.
okay.
I mean, honestly, I respect it.
I think Amon-Ra St. Brown is a good young dude. I think he's very athletic for his age. He has a lot of ability to do stuff, especially for when he played with the Lions.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have to say, he's tearing it up for the Lions right now. That's
Yeah,
fair.
he is. I guess that's fair.
His ability to able to catch and get open is just perfect.
I mean, hey, I can't argue with that, to be honest. Okay, I have to say, I honestly think you're better off taking Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Chris
Really?
Olave is one of
He is on the Saints.
He is one of my favorite players in the NFL. Like, I know, and I'm a Panthers fan, but I watch Chris Olave run routes. I'm like, that's someone that is quarterback proof. But so it's so tough for me.
Is he Saints proof?
Yeah, he played with Andy Dalton.
I guess that's fair. Yeah, wait.
Yeah, so that's so tough for me. I honestly think if you're better off going Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra St. Brown, to be honest, but I'm gonna go with my gut, which is Justin Jefferson and Chris Olave, just because, and I'm like even negating the fact that Justin Jefferson may continue to be the best wide receiver in the league for years, just because of Chris Olave. I love him.
That's fair. Who you got next?
All right, so that's our first set. Our next set is Breece Hall and Devonta Smith. These are your starters, or would you rather change them for Josh Jacobs and CeeDee Lamb? And this is, again, in a dynasty. So, obviously, you're looking big picture, but also what can help you this year?
I'm trying to see. How old is Josh Jacobs?
Josh Jacobs, that's a good question. I know Breece Hall is still 21.
He's only 25?
And Breece Hall is 21.
Okay, and then Devontae Smith. I'm
And Devonta and CeeDee Lamb are pretty much the same age.
I'm gonna keep Devontae Smith and
Breece Hall?
Breece Hall.
What was the question?
It's Breece Hall and Devonta Smith,
Uh-huh.
or CeeDee Lamb and Josh Jacobs.
And who's what is this for?
This is who would you rather have starting on your
Uh-huh.
team next year, and for years to come.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I go ahead and
Go ahead.
and then I'll let you go next? So you went Breece Hall and Devonta Smith, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna argue for CeeDee Lamb.
No deal.
And Josh Jacobs. I'm gonna take the deal because I would much rather have. Well, first of all, CeeDee Lamb. I don't even like the Cowboys. Again, you'll figure out there's teams I just don't like. I don't like the Warriors. Don't like the Cowboys. You'll catch on to the teams, but CeeDee Lamb
Let's
is.
go Dub Nation.
I would say honestly, Breece Hall may be the most talented person, but he's a running back. He's already gotten injured. I think CeeDee Lamb will give you the most value for the longest time. So I'm going to go with CeeDee Lamb. And I would take Josh Jacobs because of the year he had.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
So you go and deal with me, or do you want no deal with Seth?
I'm gonna deal with Steven.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Me and Chris, we won't be taking CeeDee Lamb and Josh Jacobs.
Didn't you say the other dude was injured?
Yeah,
Breece Hall,
He
yeah.
was a rookie this past year, and he got
No,
injured.
I do have to say Breece Hall was absolutely tearing it up, and medicine's getting better, but you never know how players like that come back from those major season-ending injuries. Was that what deterred you, Chris? Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, okay.
All right, move on to the next. This one might be the closest one yet. All right, you have Deebo Samuel and Tony Pollard, and you are offered DJ Moore and Nick Chubb.
Oh, God.
Deal or no deal? We'll start with you, Seth.
That is so tough. Ages. I need to see ages.
Here. Yeah, you should.
Tony Pollard.
I think he's 25.
And then how old is who's the other? Nick Chubb.
27.
Okay. Let's see. And who? There's DJ Moore versus.
DJ Moore's 26. Deebo Samuel is
I'm gonna take Nick Chubb.
27.
And DJ Moore.
Nick Chubb and
I'm
DJ
gonna
Moore?
take the deal on that.
I would also take the deal on that.
Honestly, that's funny. Is it Nick? I mean, let's be real. I don't know if this is what you were thinking, Chris, but we were talking about earlier. Nick Chubb may be the best pure rusher in the NFL. Didn't you say that?
Yes.
I
Bro's really
honestly,
good.
I've seen what he can do. He's pretty good.
yeah, I mean, I would have to agree, honestly. Like, there might be more talented overall running backs, but Nick Chubb may be the best pure rushing running back in the league.
Yeah.
So we're all taking Nick Chubb, DJ Moore? Is that right?
I think so. Yeah, and I feel like DJ Moore has a higher upside than Deebo Samuel.
Now, I would disagree with that because DJ Moore is only a year younger than Debo, and he will be playing with Justin Fields in Chicago, who, granted, Justin Fields is making improvement, but Chicago has not proven that they can constantly put up points.
Debo Samuel's going to be playing with Trey Lance.
All right, so someone has not been watching Kyle Shanahan. He is quarterback proof.
I guess that's fair.
They could be playing with me
It's
at
just
quarterback,
that
and
they
Debo
have-
Samuel will have 1,000 yards.
49ers have so many weapons on offense, though.
Yeah, Debo Samuel takes screen passes for 50-yard touchdowns every other
I
game.
guess that's fair, man. I don't know. It just seems like from the year that he had the season before this past season for fantasy, compared to that, this season was kind of hit or miss, in my opinion.
Are you trying to imply that DJ Moore had a better
No, but he was also on the Panthers getting thrown passes 5 yards behind him by
Honestly,
Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold.
I mean, yeah, actually, the Sam Darnold hate
It's
will
sad.
not be taken.
It
Sam
is-
Darnold he played some of the best football he's probably played of his career at the end of the season
It
last
still
year.
wasn't that great.
No, because we didn't throw it a whole lot, but
And on top of that, why was our best quarterback of the year P.J. Walker?
nah, it was definitely Sam Darnold.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. P.J. Walker will not be tolerated.
There's so many people listening. How long are they going to talk about the Panthers? Honestly, real quick, I do have to say, I'm going to change my opinion to no deal just from arguing about the Debo Samuel thing.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he's just so talented. And
I guess
Tony
that's fair.
Pollard, we might get to see we might actually get to see Tony Pollard beat that guy. So
Will Tony Pollard be unleashed this season?
that's
Or will they give him another snap share with a rookie
What do you mean by
running
the
back?
leash?
like he's been sharing with Ezekiel, and they got rid of Ezekiel Elliott, and
Uh-huh.
right now Tony Pollard's the guy. But we're saying, do we think he'll have that great of a year? Or do they think?
What do you
they'll
mean
find
by
a replacement?
sharing, though?
Like sharing the touches, like they'll give it to Ezeke this time.
So they'll
Tony
take
Pollard.
turns?
Yeah,
pretty much.
So what do you think? You think Tony Pollard will be unleashed this year?
I think he should be.
But do you think he will? I know. I
don't know.
understand.
It's the Cowboys,
It's
bro.
50-50. Like,
Why do
you
you
can
think
say
he
yes
should
or
be?
no. Huh?
Why do you think he should be on the leash?
Because I think he's a talented enough running back to be able to handle, 20 snaps a game?
I don't think he's capable. Well, 20 snaps. Yeah, 20 touches.
Or,
no.
20 touches.
Yeah, I don't think he's able to handle it. He did it twice last year and immediately got a game off for rest. I don't think he's capable of it. Nothing personal.
Here's
I just
the
don't
thing
think he can do a
but
whole
if
season.
He's also never done it before. So
Right.
now that he has the full keys in his hands to be the lead rusher for the offense, I think he can get there.
I don't think he will, though.
Okay, that's
You think
that's
he will?
fair.
I mean, it's 50-50. You're
I
flipping a
think
coin.
he is talented enough to get there.
I just don't know if
I
he
just
can
don't
do
see
it.
the point of bringing in a first-round running back to run with Tony Pollard.
Yeah, they're going to take an early second-round running back.
I guess that. All right.
There's literally, it's the Cowboys. There's no telling.
Yeah,
Jerry
it's
Jones.
the Cowboys. That's the thing. Okay. Any more?
That is all I had.
That is it for that segment. Next, we're gonna get into our final segment, Western Conference Clinchers. All right, Steven, explain to us how Western Conference Clinchers is going to work.
All right, so as I think all of us are aware,
Mm-hmm.
the play-in consists of the 7 seed, the 8 seed, the 9 seed, and the 10 seed, and they all battle to take the last 2 spots. So our goal is we're trying to find who we think is going to, just miss out on the play-ins at the 5 and 6 seed, and then basically determine the order 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to go 5 through 10 in the Western Conference and make our predictions on who is going to finish where. Everyone okay with that?
Sounds good
Yep.
to
All right,
me.
so we're going to go through our 5 seeds at the same time, our 6 seeds at the same time. Actually, do you guys want to do 4? Because really 4 through 10 is contested. Do y'all want to do 4 as well?
Sure. why
Right
not?
on the spot? I
what
mean,
is
it's
that?
just
Yeah.
whatever team you didn't have.
Yeah.
What do you mean contested?
Like, they're all within a game of each other, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do 4 through 10, where we think those people are going to finish.
All right.
So, does anyone want to start with their 4 seed?
I'll go.
All right.
Okay. With my 4 seed, I think the Suns will finish with the 4 seed. They're in there now. Kevin Durant's about to come back this week or is progressing towards it. Especially if he does, I really think they can get to that 4th seed. I don't think they can get to the 3rd seed. The Kings are killing it. They're up by 6 games.
Oh, yeah. It's almost
The top
mathematically
3, I think,
possible.
are locked.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the Grizzlies and the Kings switch or something, but because they're only a game apart. But
Yeah, but
the-
those
I
top
think-
three are going to be the top three.
yeah, I think the Suns finish in 4th.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You got the Suns as well?
Yes.
You got the Suns?
No, I don't.
Oh God.
I have the Clippers.
Okay.
I do have to say, it will be tougher without Paul George, but I like the Clippers' chance a lot.
Okay.
5 seed?
Yep. All right. 5 seed. I have Dub Nation. Go Warriors. We have an easy schedule the rest of the way. We're only a game behind. Or no, we're actually
You are
tied with the Clippers right now.
Is that all you got?
Yeah.
All right.
That's I think the Warriors finish with the 5th seed.
I mean, hey, they won't, but that's ball.
Why do you think that though?
Because out of the rest of these teams, they have one of the hardest schedules left.
You literally just told me they had an easier schedule.
No, they have one of the hardest schedules.
Oh, okay. Well, I still believe in my boys. All right.
Basically, I'm willing to almost guarantee you that the Warriors do not finish in a top 6 spot.
Steven gives me bad advice.
They will be in the play-in 100%. I'd be willing to put $20
But you
on
put
it
the
right
Clippers at 5th. They have, or at 4th. They have a bunch of role players in Kawhi Leonard every 6 games.
now. Kawhi Leonard's been playing every single game recently.
Oh wow, the first time all year.
Hey, I'm not a Kawhi Leonard lover or anything. I'm just saying the Warriors will not be in the top 6. I'm willing to bet almost anything. You want to take $20? I will bet $20 on it
That
right
they don't
now.
finish in the top 6.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you think
I-
it'll be
We are agreeing to this on next week. The loser, well, no, it'll be probably 2 weeks from now. The loser will be handing the winner $20 on podcast.
On podcast, the Warriors were in the 5th seed. Wait, no, we're not.
There would be
we're in the
5
6th
or
seed right
4.
now. Let's do this, boys. Pull this out. Beat
And-
the Timberwolves tonight, and let's get it started.
So wait, hold up, just to double check for the viewers and for myself. Or 6th seed is good for you or me? Are you saying the Warriors will be a top 5 seed?
I said top 6 seeds.
Okay.
So 6 and above.
I will take 7 and below.
Okay.
I'm down.
Let's go.
All right. We got off topic there, but so your 5 is the Warriors,
My
right?
5 is the Warriors.
All right, that's fair.
my 5 would be the Clippers.
That is also fair.
Okay,
They will be above the Warriors.
100%.
I don't agree.
100%. That's okay.
I just looked at the game for the Warriors, all the scheduled games.
What is their schedule?
They play the Spurs. That's a W.
That's a dub.
Their next easiest team will be the Trailblazers, who I don't think is an easy game. Damian Lillard loves playing the
Who else
Warriors.
do they play?
The Kings, the
we
Nuggets,
have to play the Pelicans.
the Kings, the Nuggets, the Thunder, and the Pelicans. And,
Okay, Thunder and Kings is going to be
and
tough.
Timberwolves.
Nuggets is going to be really tough. Okay, those maybe 3 back-to-back losses.
Yep,
I
will be-
believe in you, boys.
so-
Give me my $20. Bring me my money, Curry.
Hey, even if you're wrong and they're the 6th seed, still $20.
Exactly.
All right, so Warriors at 5 for you. What about you, Chris?
Oh,
I
that
said it
means
was,
that
I
you
said
think
it
like
was the Clippers.
Lakers, Thunder, or Mavericks, or any. That means that you think they can make it above the Warriors.
I think 2
Okay.
teams will finish.
Wow.
I said I've already said my 5th seed.
Oh, who was your 5th seed? Clippers. I'm so
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Please forgive me. I'm all over the place. My 5th seed will be the Suns. Did y'all both have them at 4?
I had them at 4.
I had him at 4 as well.
Okay, yeah. So me and you, we're on the same page, Chris. We just flip flop it. All right, 6th seed.
I have the Clippers at the 6th seed.
I have the Warriors.
So hey, I do like this.
Let's go.
I like
I'll
the
take it.
I like the middle ground here. Chris is kind of the middle ground. He is not in love with the Warriors.
As long as they're a 6 seed or above, and I get my $20.
I think it will be the Lakers. LeBron is honestly
Okay.
out of all of these teams.
Tough.
That is.
Is it? They're a game behind. Out of all these teams, between the Warriors, Timberwolves, Pelicans, no team is as hot as the Lakers, and LeBron is supposed to come back. That is easy
that's
math for me.
true.
He's
That
coming
is
back
true.
like
They
the
do
next
have
game,
a pretty easy schedule. Dang.
Yeah.
and LeBron's coming back, and they're winning without LeBron. So that's all I need.
They
That
have
is true.
2 guaranteed almost losses, though.
Against who?
By who?
The Clippers and the Suns.
The fact that you think the Suns and Clippers are guaranteed loss, as much as you hate on
Maybe-
Kawhi
I said
Leonard,
almost.
Maybe the Suns,
Almost.
but the Clippers.
they
Come
could win
on.
both
I think
of
they
those.
could win the Clippers. I think they could beat the Clippers. The Suns is going to...
The Suns is not.
The Suns.
They first of all, they just beat the Suns.
Without Kevin Durant.
Okay, my bad. Kevin Durant's going to come back and immediately be able to
Drop
drop
40.
75 points. Yeah.
If I didn't get drug tested immediately after.
Dude, the Suns are not that
I'm gonna
good.
get a random drug test after this episode.
Probably. All right, so that's fair. I got
Hey, like Nate said last week, if we're not giving you hot takes, we're giving you bad ones.
That is true. One of me or Seth is going to look like a genius in 2 weeks, and the other one's going to look like an
and
idiot.
I'm gonna be flashing my $20 all over the podcast.
Well, I was going to say, actually, so basically this is what it is. If the Warriors finish like 9, I look like a genius, you look like an idiot. If Warriors finish 4, you look like a genius,
I just look like
an
a
idiot.
fan.
If there's 6, I lose $20, and we both look okay, I guess. All right, so I had Lakers. You had.
Is it 6?
Mm-hmm.
Clippers. He had Warriors.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about 7?
Number 7, I have the Lakers.
I also have the Lakers.
Well, how come my Lakers take was crazy for them finishing 6th, but them finishing 7th?
No, it was that you had them finishing over the Warriors.
Oh, I have this other
Yeah.
team finishing above the Warriors.
Dear
The
God.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
I don't like the Warriors.
Oh, Steven.
I don't like the Warriors, but I think right now they're better than the Lakers.
And the Timberwolves.
They're not better than the Lakers. They might be better than the Timberwolves, but I think they lose to the Timberwolves tonight, and that
Might
they
be.
don't make that ground.
I think they beat the Timberwolves
The
tonight.
Warriors
I'm
are
going to be
playing
watching,
tonight?
boys. Come on. We play the Timberwolves tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. This is the Warriors. You have Curry. He gives you production every single time. You may have Klay Thompson. You may have Jordan Poole. If they both play okay, they
Someone
win.
buy all the baddest,
What about Draymond Green?
every single one of the baddest girls you can find and put them courtside. And
To
Jordan
answer-
Poole's going to drop 50.
To answer Chris's question, Draymond Green will get a block and a steal
Hey, he'll get some assists.
and 4 rebounds. Yes,
What you
He'll
talking
get
about?
some
That
assists.
man's a bucket.
that's the one thing he's
I'm
not.
a Warriors fan. I know that's not true.
So I have Timberwolves at 7. You had did you say Lakers? And you
Lakers
both said
at
Lakers
7.
at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so 8 seed.
Thunder.
Ooh, I like it.
I have the Thunder at
The
8.
Thunder moving up like 3 spots.
Which I also think. Let's see.
Mm.
I honestly think the Thunder could overtake the Lakers, maybe. But
They
I-
won't. They just lost to them. They won't. I don't think.
That's
they'll-
the thing.
I don't think they'll make up
since
the
they
ground.
just lost to them, I don't think they will.
That's
I
why
think
you
they
have them one spot
could.
at, right?
That's why I have them one spot down. What do you
on.
think,
I'm
Chris?
looking.
Or-
I
You
do
go
want to
ahead.
say though. By the way, the 10 seed will likely be like 1 game difference or maybe 2 game difference in the 7 seed. So like, putting any of these teams is not saying that they're better than. Like, I mean, the Thunder could be better than the Pelicans, the Timberwolves, but they might finish behind them. You know what I mean? Like,
Very
it's going
fair.
to be so close. But I actually have here's where I have the Warriors as the 8 seed.
Dang. Okay.
You're the Warriors at the 8 seed?
Yeah, so we're gonna
Do
have
you
a
think they would win the play-in?
between the so it would be the 6 and wait. Yeah, it's the 2 good teams, 7 and 8 would be playing first. So it'd be Timberwolves, Warriors. First of all, we're talking about regular season, right? We're not talking about like the playoff seeding.
Yeah. We're talking about regular season.
So I do think the Timberwolves will be ahead of the Warriors in the season standings. However, when it comes playing time, I think the Warriors will beat the Timberwolves to take the 7 seed,
that's fair.
and then either the Timberwolves or Pelicans will take that 8 spot. Getting way into there.
You
What
think
you
the
think?
Mavericks won't make the playoffs?
I'll get to that in just a second, but
I think this is for the what seed?
this is for the 8 seed.
I think the Pelicans are going to take the 8 seed.
That is very fair. Very fair.
I feel like I have a massive hot take right now.
All right. 9.
At number 9, I have the Mavericks.
Are we doing 11?
No.
We're doing 10.
Oh.
Yeah, we're doing
Number
9
nine
and then
right
10. Because 11, like if they finish 11, their season is done.
Yeah.
So we're doing 9. My 9, you want me to go ahead? Is that okay, Chris, if I go
Go
ahead? All right. My 9 seed is the Pelicans.
Okay. I think it's fair.
It's a little, the Pelicans are so tough. It does not look like, Zion Williamson may be back for their last 2 games. Maybe. He may not be back for the rest of the regular season. Who knows? But I do think the Pelicans have depth, and I think that'll help them out.
I think it'd be the Lakers.
At the 9 seed? Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, didn't you have them at 7?
Wait. Yeah, you had them at
Did I?
7.
Yeah, you did.
you did. Because we said the same thing for 7.
Yeah, because I have them at 6, and you're like, oh, he's crazy, and then have them at 7.
I must have. Hold on, let me relook.
All right, no, that's fine. Take your time. So there's 1 spot left that me and Seth have. There's probably, let's be real. A good team is going to miss the play-in. It's going to happen. Isn't it crazy that, like, what was the year in the Western Conference where the Suns missed the playoffs and did they have 50 wins and missed the playoffs? And
I
like
don't
here we
remember.
have 15 teams that have a chance. Not really, but you get what I'm saying.
It's for the 9 seed.
This is for the
Yeah,
9th
nine
seed.
seed.
I don't think I said them yet, but I'm gonna say the Timberwolves.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
I know for a fact I have a hot take now.
All right.
For my number 10 seed, I have the New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh, so
I
you
don't
don't
think the
have the
Timberwolves make the playoffs.
And I think they finished above the Warriors. That's wild. I have a hot take too. I have the Thunder in the 10 seed, so I have the Mavericks making the playoff. Well, hold up. So you think the Mavericks will make it over the Timberwolves?
Yes.
I do not think that at all.
I think they'll make it over to Thunder.
Who, the Mavericks?
Yeah.
It's fair. Especially if I do have to say, if they win today versus the Hornets, they still got a chop.
Choke.
No, they don't. I would be willing to make another. We're not going to make another bet, but I'd be willing to make another $20 bet that the Timberwolves make the play in. Like they are 100% in my book.
That's the thing. I was very, very back and forth.
Right.
on
I
the
mean, because let's
Pelicans
be
and
real.
Timberwolves.
Yeah, it's fair. So who do you have at your 10 spot? The last team to make the play in.
I'd probably put it as the Mavericks.
The Mavericks.
Yeah.
All right. So what I do want to do real quick is we're just going to go ahead and do your 4 seed, your 5 seed, the teams that you said are good, they're making the playoffs. I want to know between those 4, so that would be 7, 8, 9, 10, who do you think are the 2 teams that are taking up the last spot?
Last spot for the play-in.
Yeah, saying they're making the playoffs. They're going to win the play-ins.
Oh, between the 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Mm-hmm.
7, 8, 9, and 10.
Lakers and Thunder.
Because y'all both said the Suns are the 4 seed, and you said the Warriors are the 5th seed.
Oh wait, no, that's not even possible because the Lakers and the Thunder would have to play each other in my scenario.
Well, so if it is possible because the Lakers and the Thunder would play. Your 7 and 8 will play, and then the loser of that game will play the winner of the 9 and 10.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. So yeah, Lakers and Thunder.
Lakers and Thunder.
I think the Mavericks lose play in.
I don't think. Yeah,
Lakers and Mavericks.
Are you going to be the last 2 teams in?
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I'm going to go with Warriors Timberwolves as my 7 and 8 seed, and in that order: Warriors 7 seed, Timberwolves 8 seed.
Okay. I respect that. that.
Yeah, I'm not saying the Warriors don't make the playoffs, but
And then we win the championship
Steven just
as the
wants-
7th seed.
as the
Steven just
yeah.
wants his $20.
Oh yeah,
I want my $20.
I'm feeling good.
I am ready for this.
Listen, so you have the Warriors at the 5 seed, right?
Yes.
So we're both feeling good. I have the Warriors as the 8 seed regular season. So we're both feeling like we got a spot in hand. Because even if they fall at 7, I win $20. If they fall to 6, you win $20. So we both feel like we're feeling good. We'll have to wait and see what happens. This is going to make it interesting.
It's gonna be really interesting. Tune in 2 weeks from now to see which one of us wins this bet and rubs it in the other one's face.
100%. I don't know if you've ever seen. So I just want to say this real quick. I am the State fan. Chris is a Duke fan. I have nothing against Chris or Duke. Me and Chris could legitimately sit there and watch a State Duke game. Have no problems. I would get upset at the game, but I would absolutely not get upset.
Because of the refs. That's
right,
the
or
only reason
something.
why.
Well, because the ACC refs were so bad. I mean, I didn't like. I
They
saw.
kind of still are.
I was gonna say I saw games that like State was not playing in. I was like, wow, those are some bad calls. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's beside the point. Me and Chris could sit down and watch them play. We would be fine. Honestly, me and Nate. Nate's a Carolina fan. Me and Nate could watch the Carolina State game and be fine.
All
Me
right,
and
you're
Seth
set.
sit down and watch a State Carolina game. Ooh, it would be going
It's
on.
going
And it
back
did.
and
We
forth.
actually watched in person. That was kind of fun.
Felt very out of my element. It was my first time ever going to a North Carolina game, not at North Carolina.
Which is fair. Yeah, I mean, I bet
That just made it better.
It was wild.
It was wild because Carolina was winning. Atmosphere is gone. State's winning. Couldn't hear Seth. He was sitting beside me. But anyway, not to bring up that memory, but it's just the point. Me and Seth, we go back and forth on this stuff. We both are passionate about our sport. So it will be we will have a fun time watching the last little bit of the regular season.
I didn't think about this when I was talking about the Warriors, though. We have, out of our 7 games we have left, we have 4 home games, 3 away games.
Doesn't matter.
We're bad on the
We're
away.
really bad away, but we're godly at home. 30-7 at home, 9-29.
Actually, I do have to say
away.
one thing. If you pull up the Warriors thing real quick, they do play the Nuggets and the Kings, which will have like
The
other
Nuggets is
than-
away, so that's going to be tough. Timberwolves today we're playing at home,
I really should have checked that. That does.
so I feel good about that.
That's fair. But what I
playing
was
the
going to
Thunder at
say
home.
is they play the Thunder. Wait, the Thunder, the Timberwolves. Pull it back up one more time. Go back up, and the Pelicans. So what I'm saying is, those are 3 teams that could jump above them theoretically. So what is nice about the Warriors is they do kind of control their own destiny. They win those 3 games, they're looking good.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait.
We're on a home stretch right now because we have 3 back-to-back home games.
That's why
one
I
of
put
them
him
is
at
the
the 6.
Spurs. That's
fair.
always nice.
Yeah, I mean, if you lose to the Spurs, in my opinion, you don't deserve to be.
Yeah,
So
That's why
I
I put them at the
might
6.
cry if we lose
I think
to
they'll
the Spurs.
just barely make it.
yeah,
And then we'll win the championship again.
No.
no, they're not winning. You know what? Let's. This is not planned.
Not today. We're not doing this today.
I just want to know.
We have to know that. We have to at least know the playoff.
This is not who you're saying going to win, but who do you think the favorite is in your opinion? This is just off of your basic NBA knowledge, paying attention. Who do you think the favorite to win
The Bucks.
Real quick, the Nuggets are going to choke.
I feel like it's going to be the Bucks versus the 76ers. I don't know why.
in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah. I don't know why.
You think the Celtics are going to choke?
Yeah, they choked last year.
They choked in the finals, though.
What?
Yeah.
Why do we? I don't like throwing around the word choke every time the team loses. Cause like I don't think the Nuggets are gonna choke. I think they'll lose in the Western Conference Finals. I don't think that's choking. But
Yes,
who do
that's
I have?
fair.
But honestly though,
I don't
honestly,
think the Nuggets even
I
make the
think
Western Conference Finals.
I agree with you, Chris. I think the Bucks should be the favorite to win. They right now they are playing like the best team
Yeah.
and they have the best players. So
Yeah.
I have to give it to them.
I think the Nuggets lose in the second round.
It's possible. Hold on, let me see real quick. So they would be running into I mean they'd be running to the Clippers or the Suns
I
most
feel like
likely.
they lose in the second round.
I feel like if it was, they would. I think they would win against the Clippers.
They'd be running to Clippers, Suns.
I feel like they win against the Clippers. I don't think they win against the Suns.
I don't think they win against the Suns.
Honestly,
Especially if Kevin
I'm
Durant's back.
flip flop. I almost think they got a better chance against the Suns. They
Really?
just destroy
Really?
DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, DeAndre Ayton is a bum.
Steven does not like DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre
Why?
Ayton is a bum because Brooke Lopez is better than DeAndre Ayton. We had Chris come up here. Chris Long, he was our other Chris guest. He completely agreed with me.
We didn't
All
even
right.
talk about that. We have 2 guests named Chris.
Yeah, I fully now. If we're talking about who you want on your team long term, I'm gonna go DeAndre Ayton just because he's younger. But if we're talking about this year, my championship team, I want Brooke Lopez 1,000 times over DeAndre Ayton. Brooke Lopez may win Defensive Player of the Year and can stretch the floor.
May win.
Yeah, he may. DeAndre Ayton surely won't. Yeah, honestly, hold up. Sorry, last
I
thing.
feel like they both don't have a chance to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Nah, Brooke Lopez good. Who do y'all think? Who would dang, I lost my train of thought. That's fine. It's probably because I was gonna go on a rant that
Who
didn't
do
need
y'all
to be heard.
think? You don't remember?
No, it's gone.
Was it about the NBA awards or?
No, it's gone.
No clue. Okay,
yeah,
got
no,
it.
this is what it's like in my brain. It's if it's not that's why I jump from place to place because if I don't say it, it's gone. Like it's forever.
That's fair. Okay.
It's just how my brain works.
So that is your episode for this week. Let's see.
Show some love for Chris. We appreciate.
Yeah. And show some love for Nate. We miss you, Nate. We can't wait to have you back.
We do. I just want to say it is worth noting if you notice, like, hey, Chris didn't say a lot about this. That's because we literally grabbed Chris as we were setting it up.
Literally,
like, hey, Chris.
we made this decision an hour ago that Chris is going to be on the podcast.
And that's because we've been recording for 55 minutes. Like, we literally grabbed him and was like, hey, Chris, join. And he was like, okay.
I don't know a lot about football, but I got you on basketball.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Hey, no, we appreciate it. We thought your takes were good. I do like that you. So he's played fantasy football with us. So he's like, Amon St. Brown. I know him. I want him. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate that you had some. You did
And
good.
Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast today, Chris. We loved having you.
We absolutely appreciate it.
Also, Instagram and TikTok, you can follow us there and check us out there at Let the Play Develop Pod. You can check us out on Twitter, which is run by Steven.
Yep, make sure you follow. We got our poll coming up every single week. I already got the next one ready to go, so make sure you follow. We'd love to hear back from you guys. This is probably the easiest way, other than commenting on like YouTube, probably the easiest way for us to see feedback and what your opinions are on sports takes. So follow us there.
Follow us there, which is Let the Play Develop is the name. We're at LTPD Pod.
Yep.
If you're watching on YouTube, yo, what's up? We love you. And go check us out on streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcast. If you're listening on the streaming platforms, yo, what's good? And you can go check us out. We love to have you go check us out on YouTube.
Absolutely.
I think it's a much more intimate experience having face-to-face, face-to-camera contact with you. And y'all have anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Thank you so much. That was your episode for this week. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.